top stories. Banks Holdings employees walk off the job. The finance minister to speak on economy on Monday. And 5 Bajans named in the West Indies A team for Sri Lanka. Welcome to Nation News for Friday, October 24th. I am Janelle Ward.
No matter where you are in the world, at home or abroad, Nation News keeps you connected with what's happening in Barbados through our website, video newscast, and online e-papers. So stay connected with Nation News. Your news, your time, your way.
More than 80% of Banks Holdings Limited 580 employees staged a walk-off of the job today. As early as 7 a.m., workers converged outside subsidiary Banks Bury's Newton Christchurch headquarters, pending word from their representatives, the Barbados Workers' Union. They declined to reveal the reason behind the strike, but reports indicate they believe management has not addressed some of their grievances. BHL CEO Richard Cozier said the action caught the group off guard, as talks with the union had not broken down.
Currently, we're in talks with the Barbados Workers' Union to renegotiate contracts which are expired or have expired, and for a new contract of employment for the persons they represent within the bargaining unit. Those talks are still at the domestic level. The union's proposals currently are approximately double what has been traditionally paid in the recent past in Barbados by light companies. And as I said, the talks are still at the domestic level. We have not broken down at the domestic level. We certainly haven't reached the stage where we're going to the Labour Office on it yet. But you would appreciate that our position would be some distance away from double what was currently being settled in other quarters.
Minister of Finance and Economic Affairs Chris Sinclair will host a press conference next Monday to discuss the Barbados economy. This was announced today by the Government Information Service, which said Mr. Sinclair will make a statement, then field questions from journalists. This announcement follows the central bank's third quarter review of the economy, which government said had cut its deficit by a further $174.6 million between now and the end of March. The Barbados Private Sector Association and the Barbados Chamber of Commerce and Industry have both expressed concern about the state of the country's finances. Police say they have made significant breakthroughs into recent cases of aggravated burglaries. Although the specific incidents were not identified, the force says 3 people are assisting with investigations and a firearm and ammunition have been recovered. A statement issued this afternoon said officers would be relentless in their efforts to fight street crime and bring perpetrators to justice. There were at least 4 gun-related incidences this week. Former director of the National Insurance Scheme, William Lane, is suggesting that the island's population needs to increase in order to sustain the pension system, and he believes migration may be the way to go if population is not increasing fast enough by natural means. Speaking during the Barbados Labour Party's People's Assembly on Wednesday night, Mr. Lane said the issue has to be seriously considered and debated publicly. Arbitrary Charles Herbert, however, did not agree.
We don't need more workers. The last thing we need is more workers in a overcrowded island. So that's one I just can't agree with. I think we do need to keep the ratio right, and I think the way to keep the ratio right is to move the age. I think that the national insurance was reformed last time. Instead of putting in a static increasing retirement age, we should have come up with a policy. And we should have policies which are automatically self-correcting that keep the ratio between pensioners and workers at a sensible level which is sustainable and affordable.
Governor General Sir Elliot Belgrave took a break from visiting the island's primary schools on Thursday and took on the role of host instead. He welcomed students of Wilkie Cumberbatch Primary to his official residence for Reading with the Governor General at Government House, an event which gave the children an opportunity to share their favorite stories. The reading project is part of the Lions Club of Bridgetown's community effort on literacy. Eagle Hall Primary School received a brand new laptop today from the Coalition for the Barbados Association of Central Florida and Sir Optimus International of Jamestown. Principal Orlando Jones thanked the organizations for their generosity, adding the Del Inspiron will be put to good use. In sport, 5 Barbadians have been named in the West Indies A-team for the one-day segment of the ongoing cricket tour of Sri Lanka. Captain Carlos Brathwaite will be joined by Jonathan Carter, Ashley Nurse, Craig Brathwaite and Miguel Cummins in the 14-member squad for the 3-match one-day series, which bowls off on November 1st. And finally, a 92-year-old Maine woman is alive after mistaking a boat ramp for a road and driving straight into the harbor. Officials said both the ramp and the surface of the water were covered in a layer of leaves, making it difficult for the elderly woman to tell the difference. There was also heavy rain that morning, which further decreased visibility. Luckily, 2 men working in the area quickly rushed to her assistance. That has been the Nation News for Friday. For more, visit nationnews.com as well as YouTube, Facebook and Twitter, and you can subscribe to the e-newspaper or get your Saturday Sun at newsstands. Thank you for joining us and do enjoy your weekend.